Get me Lisa Bloom.
There's a girl who knows the law.
Yeah.
And Steph loves talking to Lisa Bloom. Lisa Bloom.
Despite cheating on me with not just one woman, but 5 women on The View. Fine. She comes crawling back. Good morning, Lisa Bloom.
Good morning, Stephanie. How are you?
See how
love
forgiving I
hearing
am?
my
Come
jingle.
back into my loving arms.
Not everybody who gets a jingle. I mean, I feel very special.
I know you wanted me to play that for your daughter. Sean MP3 the thing to the lady. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So listen, this is you are as we know, the you slayed the dragon for us. You're the one basically that took down Bill O'Reilly. So this is a really interesting case you're on now. Hang on, let me just make sure I can do this right. Michael Panter joins us now, as well as Lisa. Michael is Lisa's client. So Lisa, tell us how this relates to Bill O'Reilly and what this is about.
Sure. So it's Michael Panter, and Bill O'Reilly recently sued Michael for $5 million over one Facebook post that Michael put up in support of the Me Too campaign and in support of the women, and basically calling Bill O'Reilly out on his BS. And Bill O'Reilly is not suing any of the women. He's not suing any of the celebrities or the wealthy people who have spoken out against him. He's just suing Michael Panter, who is a small business owner in New Jersey, not a wealthy guy, over one Facebook post. And I think he thought that Michael would just capitulate and roll over and maybe take down the post, and he didn't. And instead, Michael decided to stand and fight, and he reached out to me, and I'm very pleased to represent Michael in this litigation here in New York, where I am right now. And I'm especially looking forward to taking Bill O'Reilly's deposition.
Oh, that would be, well, you have to be in a room with him, but, you know, I don't think he'd be dumb enough to sexually harass one of the top sexual harassment lawyers in the country, but who knows? Michael, are you here? Michael Panter, I think, is on the line.
I am. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Mike. So listen, so your girlfriend, tell us this whole, the Facebook post was regarding your ex-girlfriend who settled a claim against O'Reilly. And as I understand it, you basically spoke out because your ex-girlfriend was bound by a non-disclosure, right?
Yeah, that's entirely right. And as Lisa said, you know, like a lot of men, I had been reading so many women that I care about using the Me Too hashtag that I really felt it was, you know, the responsibility of men to stand with them. And with respect to confidentiality agreements, she is bound by one. And I know a lot of women from Fox News are who reach settlements with Bill O'Reilly. And what struck me is I was hearing him speak publicly about, you know, the accusations of sexual harassment against him. And I just thought his statements were very disingenuous because he had made the point that very few women had complained about him internally over the years at Fox. And yet,
excuse me, I was drinking coffee. I just spit all over the place. Yes.
Yeah, and you know, in my limited experiences, I recounted in my Facebook post. You know, I saw that Fox really had kind of an institutional mindset where they intimidated and silenced women who came forward. So to claim that very few of them complained, well, I wouldn't complain in that environment either.
And yes, it is a little startling to watch people from Bill O'Reilly's chair on Roger Ailes' network defending Judge Roy Moore. But let's not dwell on that. So your ex-girlfriend was asked for dirt on a quote unquote new accuser, right? That's what he had called her about.
Yeah, I actually experienced that call myself, and it's one of the things that I wrote about because we were together when several people from Fox News, executives from Fox News, who very much, you know, held her career in their hands, called her and kind of teed up a call with Bill O'Reilly when he was asking her a lot of very specific, very personal questions about another sexual harassment accuser that had just come forward. So that was put her in a very difficult position because she was someone being harassed herself. But to her credit, she didn't offer him anything. You know, it was
good for her. And can I say, just taking a call from Bill O'Reilly, having, if you've ever read the phone sex transcript involving falafel, just taking a call, Lisa, from him is brave. Right?
Isn't that everybody's favorite sexual fantasy, a falafel and a shower?
Yeah, several layers of my epidermis scraped off. I don't remember many things at my age, Lisa, but for some reason I have a photographic memory for the Bill O'Reilly phone sex transcript. Lisa, did you feel like we would live to see the day when one party and one network like Fox News is defending Judge Roy Moore, who is Now we're sort of equivocating on not only Nazis and slave owners, but apparently child molesters, right? I mean,
Well, it's very disturbing, but it's consistent with what they've done over the years. As dozens of women reportedly have been sexually harassed by a lot of different guys at the network. It wasn't just one guy. It wasn't just Bill O'Reilly. It wasn't just Roger Ailes, right? I mean, this has really been endemic at the network. I mean, one of the things I love about Michael Panter is here's a guy who chooses to stand up with women. This isn't just about women versus men. This is about good people standing up for what's right and decent.
yeah.
Right? I mean, who could possibly defend Roy Moore and multiple teenagers making allegations against him? It's not just one. It's completely indefensible.
30 sources. Yeah, 30 sources. And Lisa,
Wow.
can you speak to this thing that we hear over and over when they're they're all over Breitbart trying to defend him? This thing of why now? Why are they coming forward now? These are 40-year-old allegations. I mean, as if to say like a teenage girl is going to have the wherewithal to stand up to an assistant district attorney in his 30s, right, at the time.
I think
It's like
people-
Clarence
yeah.
Thomas, because obviously before someone becomes a Supreme Court justice or a senator, I assume there are people that want to say this is why he is not qualified.
Well, you have to be completely ignorant about sexual assault to make a statement like that, and particularly about child sexual abuse. Many people have horrible stories of child sexual abuse that they never tell, or they wait 20 years or 40 years or 50 years to tell. And the reason why it came out now is because enterprising reporters at the Washington Post were able to get people to go on the record. And we're in this wave right now of tremendously brave people coming out and speaking out. I salute them. My phone at my law firm has never stopped ringing with these stories about celebrities, about ordinary people, sexual harassment cases. I mean, we're helping as many as we can. And I encourage people to continue to come out and to speak out. I think there's strength in numbers, there's safety in numbers. People do feel a little bit safer now. But, on the other hand, some people experience the backlash, like Michael Panter getting sued by Bill O'Reilly, or like these women who now Roy Moore is trying to dig up dirt on them. I think that is the old way of doing things. I think that way will die out. And by the way, before we run out of time, I just want to say quickly, you can join us in standing up to Bill O'Reilly on Stand Up to Bill on Facebook and GoFundMe. We're asking people to join in this campaign because he's a very well-funded guy who sometimes fights lawsuits for years and years, like against his ex-wife.
Lisa,
he even sued his ex-wife's lawyer for years and years.
yeah. Lisa, are you like me tired of this little whiny man-baby victim mentality that all of these, right-wing men seem to have? Like Bill O'Reilly's. He just tweeted about trial. Where our society is trial by accusation, and it's bad for our society. And thank God someone tweeted him back and said, "Really? Because you called someone a baby killer every day on your show until that law-abiding doctor was shot to death in church." I mean,
yeah, and he's called Michael Panter names, hasn't he, Michael?
Yeah, he has. And, Stephanie, I just wanted to say one thing about something you mentioned. There's this new campaign called I Will Speak Up. It's this campaign to kind of encourage men to stand with women in the Me Too movement. And when you talk about, you said Roy Moore, and it reminded me of it because, Sean Hannity is somebody on Fox who, I don't agree with politically, but he is someone who's given a forum to people like this, a public forum for them to come in and defend themselves, to make accusations about victims. And as a man, my first thought when I hear that is, I hope he checked with every woman who works at Fox, every woman who works on his staff to make him a success before he marches those folks into his studio, because I think he's doing the opposite of what I Will Speak Up is, and that's really appalling.
Well, Michael, plus there's so many layers of hypocrisy, but to try to say like, oh well, I didn't mean I only meant the 14-year-old, not the 16-year-old. Really? Would he be okay with his 16-year-old daughter dating a 30-something-year-old guy? I mean,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, anyway.
But Jesus and Mary, Stephanie.
What's that?
Jesus, Joseph and Mary.
Oh, that's right.
Because
something because Jesus. Okay. All right. Yeah, that was wow. That was. I've got to say, in all your years, that's going to be the Jesus, Mary, and Joseph defense.
I haven't
new.
heard that one before, so it's okay to be with a 14-year-old because of that story.
Right,
okay.
And I am an ex-Catholic girl, but I do remember that Mary was a virgin. So there's some technicalities wrong with it.
Details, Stephanie.
Details. Lisa, I've missed you. I forgive you. Don't ever cheat on me with The View again.
Well, don't worry. I'm back. I'm here. I
All
love
right.
talking to you, Steph.
All right, Michael, you are a man among men, and your ex must be. Is she trying to get you back now because of this? Just asking. Right?
No, my ex and I hadn't spoken in quite a long time,
Wow.
but she is happily married, and I'm happy as well. But
Aw.
you know, I just think this is such an important principle. So this case really isn't just about me. I know Lisa mentioned our campaign, which is called Stand Up to Bill, and it's because so many folks have reached out who feel
Right.
the same way that we do, that the truth is important, and you know, we're asking for their help because as she said, I'm a kind of a normal guy from New Jersey. I'm not a wealthy celebrity.
No, but it makes you even more awesome that it's an ex, and you just said, this is just wrong, and I'm going to stand up. And Lisa, you're just Lisa Bloom. That's all I need to say about that. You are my dragon slayer.
Well, you're the best, Stephanie. Thank you so much for having us on.
All right, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
All
care.
right,
Bye-bye.
bye. There she goes, Lisa Bloom. All right.